2009. He was one of the first comics to come on stage. I love this guy. You guys are going to enjoy him. Please give it up for Mr. Crank Williams.
How's everybody doing tonight? Alright, every comedian I've ever met has a dick joke. I only have one. When I was born, the doctor said, "Wow, look at the size of the baby on that dick." Also, being a road comedian, everybody takes pride in certain things, and as a comedian, you take pride in Michael Jackson jokes. I mean, come on, think about it. All of them's been done. But here's mine. Do you know that Earth First is protesting Michael Jackson's funeral? Yeah, he's not biodegradable. He went from black to white, but the man can't go green. Another thing, being a comedian, I realized in life I really can't do much of anything else. I mean, shit, I even got fired from Burger King. True story. And my boss came in the room and I was throwing away the cheese. He said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Well, come on, it's American cheese, clearly labeled made in Canada. It's got to be defective." Wow, cool, highbrow jokes work. I like that. So I'm running through some new stuff because I'm heading out for New York tomorrow morning. Woo! Doing 10 shows in 5 days, Jesus Christ. That's going to be a fun one. What's the most embarrassing moment in your lives? Just think about it. My most embarrassing moment was when my mother kicked in my room door and said, "Why the fuck is my vacuum cleaner greasy?" I already tested you with a defective cheese joke, so I knew you'd get that one. Now, growing up, I'm 40 years old. And growing up in the 80s, we had this crazy shit going on in Generation X. First we had the high hair, and I was double fisting Aquanet, getting that shit fluffed up to try and get the pussy. And then we went straight. It worked. Thank you, this guy really likes my show. I'm gonna haul you everywhere with me from now on. Okay, so we went straight into grunge, and we didn't wash our hair, so now we had like this rat's nest shit going on. And then we went straight into this Marilyn Manson thing with black fingernail polish. Yeah, no wonder we had friends with benefits. How else would we have got laid? I love that joke. It didn't go as well as I thought it would. Alright, well, let's set this shit aside for a minute. Tell you guys a true story. Being a comedian, you're an eternal smartass. I was going through a town called Taylorsville, North Carolina, if any of y'all know where that is. Bumfuck nowhere. I get the blue lights behind me. I'm like, fuck, I'm drunk as shit, I'm going to jail, I know it. Pull over. He knocks on the window. Hold on, license and registration, please. Hand him that, and he says, "Sir, have you been drinking tonight?" I said, "Yes, sir, I have." He said, "Boy, do you know you're in a dry county?" I look in the back seat and pick up my Fifth Avenue wings, go, "I think I got enough to make it through." All right, I'll keep that one. Thank you. You know, being a Southerner, we'll eat anything, but I'm here to tell you dingleberry pie tastes like shit. I still to this day will never understand why my mother fired my babysitter for fucking me. She wasn't charging extra. I like those jokes. Met a gay Frenchman at a comedy show about 3 weeks ago, but if you think about it, isn't that really like saying Frenchman twice? Thank you. Now this next joke kind of spawns off of that one. I first got on the internet Memorial Day, and it's kind of symbolic to me because at 40 I've never been on the internet before. But when I got on the internet, I wasn't in there 10 minutes and some guy called a troll, which I had no clue what that was, started raising hell at me, and About a day later, he PM'd me. I wasn't sure if that was a menstrual cycle or what I was dealing with at that point. And he tells me, he said, look, man, I'm sorry. I've been on a lot of protease inhibitors. I'm dying of AIDS, and sorry for being such an ass. And of course, being a comedian, I said, if it wasn't for the fucking ass, you wouldn't have a problem in the first place. Sorry, I like that joke too. And anyway, all this took place on Memorial Day, and I'm outside, I'm celebrating with all my friends, and I'm realizing, I'm like, isn't this kind of fucked up? We celebrate Memorial Day in honor of 3.5 million dead soldiers with ground meat. Yeah, I know, it kind of makes you just go, shit. But then I started thinking about it. I'm like, what if other countries have Memorial Day? I mean, what would the French put on the grill? Chicken? He took history. All right, then I started going a little deeper. I'm like, well, why don't the Germans and the Jews just get together, and the Jews can go jump on the barbecue pits for them? Which led me to my favorite Memorial Day of all. Could you imagine a Japanese Memorial Day? Mommy, what we fixing for Memorial Day? I don't know, honey, but whatever it is, we're gonna nuke that shit in the microwave. God, I thought that joke was better than that. 14,983,173 people got married last year. Don't you think that fucking number should be even? Just a thought. How many of you got kids? All right, well, as a parent, I had a moment about 3 months ago I'm not so proud of, but I'm going to tell you anyway. My little girl's in her room, and she's just giggling her ass off. And I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to open the door, and I'm going to see her playing with Barbie or something really happy. No, I open the door, and there she is with my dog's dick in her hand, and he's humping it. I'm like, fuck. I just shut the door, go back in, watching Maury Povich on the TV, on the couch. Not the TV, anyway. And, well, like any other good Southerner would do. My wife comes home later that afternoon. She says, honey, what happened today? So I told her the whole story. She said, what'd you do? I said, nothing, honey. Don't worry about it. After all, she'll grow out of it. It is just puppy love. Okay. Fine. I won't keep that one, I guess. To get a little personal, my wife's gay. And with that, I was thinking, you know, she put up with 2 years of crack addiction with me, and then she gets on the crack. And then that led me to think even more. I'm like, okay, so we stayed together. I'm still pissed off that they never called me for Katrina. I mean, think about it. I got more experience than anybody I know of plugging a dike. That's a good damn joke. All right, I'm going to leave you guys with this one. Growing up, my dad was a Hells Angels biker. Yeah. Well, I decided to rebel. I became a joker. It's not a comedy thing, it's a real group. And my rebellion led to me doing methamphetamine with friends that he didn't do methamphetamines with. But anyway, with that said, I have one of the coolest dads you could ever imagine. When I was a child, my dad let me fuck my babysitter, which I've already told you about, but my mom came home early one day, and it was the day she fired her. And all I could hear was raising of hell downstairs, and through the midst of the chaos, I just heard my dad yell at my mom. Well, at least now you don't have to worry about your fucking vacuum cleaner being greasy. Good night, everybody. I'm Frank Williams. Give it up.